What's up, guys? This is Eirik, and I'm giving you guys Meteor's first, actual commentary on some video. Other videos have been really Skype calls or just races, really pretty much. But I'm hoping to give you guys some variety right here as I'm heading into the first turn of dry shrooms, really. Just because I'm taking the cut, I realized they refer to the shrooms. It's dry ruins right now. This is the WCL match of last week. Well, week 5, I think it was, or rather week 4. Yes. We were facing Gravity Team, if you guys can't tell, GT, and this is in the first Grand Prix right here. I'm in second place with the Shroom, and with the Shroom, you can take the shortcut coming up right here. I decided to try to take a Shroomless, but it's just not going to work out. My teammates are kind of in the back, trying to get the shock. I think this is one of the few races that we actually end up getting shock in. I end up taking a really nice gap jump right there, but Jess ends up taking the double. He's known as Mashai right here. So he's going to end up taking first. I'm in second. Other than top 2, we have relatively middle or bottom spots. And other than that, it's just, for now, it's a smooth ride, but otherwise, or not otherwise, but in the future it'll get a little bit tricky. I don't get the glitch exactly right there. But anyways, throughout most of the war, at first, it was mostly us getting shocks. I think it was like 2-0 in the first 2 races of us getting shocks. And in terms of shock counting, here comes the shock, by the way. I think one of us dodges, or maybe one of them dodges. If it's one of them, then it was our shock, because I'm honestly not that sure if it was our shock or their shock. I wasn't even sure if it was at that time. Actually, now that I look at it, yeah, it was definitely their shock. So once again, it was another one of those races where they got the shock. Now here, I hit the pillar early. And I did that because there was a POW and it screwed me over. Here someone else is going to push me into the middle pillar, which is meaning that I'm going to have to get a higher jump because I didn't expect that, and blah blah blah. You know the drill. If you get bumped into one of those middle pillars, you're just kind of screwed. But I ended up pulling triple shrooms right here. This is the last stretch. It's looking pretty good right now. But I'm driving into here knowing that, well, not knowing, but I want to take the cut. The red is coming, so I'm shitting myself. Shrooming, hoping I get into there, get redded onto the line, and end up getting third place just barely. It was kind of a miracle that even happened. It ended up being a decent race, even though they get shocked. We get 1, 3, 4, 8, 9, which means we win the race by about maybe 35, 38. Or not winning the race, but we get 35 or 38 points, and we end up winning the race by 10 to 15 points. So it wasn't really a bad race at all, honestly. Going into Delfino Square, I think this is still in GP1, if not GP2. But yeah, continuing from what I was saying earlier, this war is mostly dominated by them getting shocks and really putting them into good use by them holding dodges into higher spots, or using them in places in the track where we're really particularly really vulnerable to shocks, target shocks, blah blah blah, etc. And they really use the shock well. I have to commend them on that. Here they almost trolled me and my friend Jess. That was a little bit of lag you saw right there. I ended up taking the jock jump with the bill, but I ended up failing, so I just, rage bill into 7th place or so. Or 5th place, that can work out too. But yeah, okay, so once again, I'm not going to give up on saying this, trust me. This war was dominated by them using really good shocks. At first, we were actually getting the shocks, but we decided, hey, since they started getting shocks, at first their shocks were pretty bad, so we decided, hey, let's let them get shocks and just try to race, and that was probably the worst decision of the war. We didn't really have a good consistent bagger, or rather, we didn't have a consistent bagger to look forward to. I prefer racing. I think anyone prefers racing. I would end up bagging the last 3 races, and honestly, on the last race on N64 BC where I bagged, ended up being complete bullshit, where they dodged into... We had top 3 on the very last race. We would have won. They dodged into our top spots and blah blah blah. You know how the story goes with people shock dodging, and we're supposed to be mad, but we weren't. Well, we were, but oh well. Anyways, I've been completely ignoring the race, so disregard everything that I've said. If you guys continue to recall, I've dodged in the cut while holding a star and being in a star, and we ended up dodging into the top 2. It was one of our few shocks of the war. I'm taking some decent lines right now. I'm not managing my own lead at the moment. And it seems to be good. We have the gut feeling that they're going to take the cut, which is obviously true. We take the dog cut here just to try to, save a bit of time. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for the person taking the double shortcut right now. It's going to be GT Boobs, who's also known as Cobra in this community. We had a blue waiting for someone to do that, but apparently he had triple shrooms when he did the double. He had 1 left over, and he dodges the blue shell without us knowing that he had the shrooms, so I mean, tough luck, but we end up getting 2, 3, 4, 5 in the process, so it's a winning race anyways. And, you know, winning races are good. I'm really showing the best races for us at this time. Next 2 races are going to be a kind of different story. Warriors Goldmine, well, not a different story, really. It's more so the last race is a different story for me. But these next 2 races are really crazy. Warriors Goldmine, I don't really particularly like this course, nor do I like the last race, Moonview Highway. But here, I'm going into the last. I burned out. I mean, I burned out like 3 or 4 times this war, honestly. I end up getting a bill, and I'm going to try to hold this as I go along. I end up holding it. A lot of people fail in the first jump, way more than really people should. And I end up actually carrying this eventually into 5th or so. I was about to rage bill. You don't even know how close I was to, but I, you know, held my emotions intact until this person bills me, or rather doesn't bill me, but bumps me into forcing me to rage bill. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad of a bill considering that I had a top 3 breakaway, and I build up into the top 3 to break that top 3. I almost think I am going to take first right here, but he ends up dragging out the bananas, intercepting my red shell, and it's just unfortunate, but I'm going to even get, you know, bat owned right here. Honestly, why do bats have that much strength in this game? Like, honestly, they should not have that much strength in this game. It's ridiculous. But, I end up getting a shroom. I don't want to take the cut, you know, the one that you can take on the right here, because I figure they may backspam that can completely screw me over. They'll have top 3 breakaway, blah, blah, blah. So, I end up getting triple greens here and pull off a nice snipe on Cobra. And end up pulling into 2nd place. Now, we're going into the last lap, and we still have pretty bottom spots. I don't see the banana right there from the blooper, but it's okay, because I'm considering I'm still right behind them. But still, they have top spots. That's not looking really well for us. But we get really lucky. They fail the cut in 1st place. I end up getting triple shrooms. The Carters, you know, all over the place. I'm going to get in with my single red that I ended up keeping, and I end up drifting in the 1st place. Unfortunately, there's going to be the POW. I have to slow down, take my time, and right when I've taken my time, it is time to get shocked. And, well, if you couldn't imagine, that was actually, I think that was our shock. And I was just like, what? Or either it was our shock and we dodged into good spots, or it was their shock, a horribly mistimed shock. Actually, it wasn't really mistimed in terms of target shocking me, because they got me damn right. But I ended up billing into 4th place, really luckily. I mean, that kind of regains what I had, but I mean, it wasn't really compensation for being in the front the whole race. But yeah, if it was their shock, that was a really great target shock, but you dodged 2 of us. Thank you very much. We ended up winning that race with a 1-3-5 and with positions of 1st, 3rd, and 5th, and we ended up winning by like 5 or 10 points or something like that. Now this last race is all over the place. You guys may have seen this featured on my channel. It's kind of a funny video, but honestly, when this race was going on, I was raging so hard because of the amount of things that was going on in this race. I end up getting a star in the 1st item box, but I run up into the wall like a noob. Boost, why did you run into me? I stay there purposely so I wouldn't, you know, get out of my way and drive into you. I hate you so much because you're just so bad at this game. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I'm in 7th place right now again, and I end up getting 3 shrooms. Not again. I tried to waste them for another item box, but that completely failed because Sabas, you know Sabas, the pro carter he is, with the fat-ass daisy he has all swerving around the street. It's a pain in the ass to race against these carters, man. They're fucking good, but it is a pain in the fucking ass to race against these people. Anyways, I end up pulling into 8th place, getting an unexpected golden shroom. I'm going to use some of it right here as my boost. My boost! You end up getting fucked right here. I'm sorry about that. Can't really do anything to help you. Now here's where crazy shit goes down. I end up getting hit by a car, end up getting triple shrooms, somehow don't get squished by any of those 2 cars. I don't know how that happens. I don't get how that makes sense at all. You can see my camera tilted under the vagina of the car, and it was pretty intense, you know. I was getting all that squeaky action, and it was kind of actually quite lovely from the bottom of the hood. But I don't know why. It just... Going under 2 cars with 2 shrooms, that was pretty intense, honestly. I was pretty... In fact, I should probably link the stream of the live stream of where I was actually recording my mic. Not the Skype call, because I stopped doing that after team started listening into our stream, which is kind of really gay, but oh well. And, yeah, I ended up pulling a star here after getting raped to fuck. And I dodge into 6th place. I'm thinking, you know, this is great. I dodge, I'm in 6th place, and I pull a... Good old TC, I love you TC, not really, I fucking hate you, go die in a fucking fire. I end up pulling the TC in 6th place, and it's just bye-bye for me from there on. I am done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to consider this video said and done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like, subscribe, favorite, blah 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 Bill, blah 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 blah. And if you guys really enjoyed it and haven't subscribed to us, you should blah 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 to our channel, and it'll be a great time if you continue watching our videos, because we really appreciate the support and blah 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 blah. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great time or had a great time watching this video, and peace out.